myself in the other person's shoes. So I don't just, like, if you have a $30,000 headphone, I want to.
Music these days is just not what it used to be. It's taken quite a drive, and although there's still a few artists out there who deserve to be called artists, the number of talentless artists far outnumber them. Rap hasn't been spared, as the number of mediocre rappers has since increased in the past couple of years. It's gotten so bad that people are driven to the point of not wanting to listen to rap anymore. And in this video, we're going to talk about the most talentless rappers of all time, Soulja Boy. Remember the time when you couldn't go anywhere without hearing the song Superman? It was everywhere, and no matter what you did, you just couldn't help but submit to its catchy lyrics and hooks that basically drove you insane. Glad we're past that time though, but Soulja Boy was someone considered by many as a talentless rapper who just got lucky. He's often criticized by many as somebody who picks lazy lyrics, cheap bars, and one humongous ego. His songs are just as annoying as him, and if you listen to Pretty Boy Swag, you know what we mean. How many times must you repeat the title of your song? It turns out that for Soulja Boy, less than 30 times just isn't enough. Ice-T, the American rapper, songwriter, producer, and actor, blames Soulja Boy for single-handedly killing hip-hop music. Although we believe that's an exaggeration because there's other talentless rappers just like him who are more contributing to hip-hop's demise, Soulja Boy certainly did do his part. The Associated Press even claims that the rapper was voted the worst artist in American history, with more than half of the votes choosing him over other artists. More than 200,000 record label personnel, as well as fans, took part in the survey. In 2009, he was sentenced for trying to fake his community service duty and was sent to jail for 240 days, but was eventually released 5 months early. Jail authorities stated that he was a good boy behind bars, and that was the reason for his early release, along with overcrowding and time served. Pitbull. No, we're not talking about the adorable dog, but rather the rapper that seemed to achieve so much success even though he has no talent. The actual dog's way cooler than him, don't get us wrong. Pitbull, the rapper though, has repetitive, obnoxious, and just plain, well, talentless songs. I mean, seriously, have you ever heard him in any song? What could be worse? How many times have you gone to your Zumba class without hearing his music being blasted on the speakers? He also is iconic in the fact that he will just randomly sing in other languages. Spanish is okay because that's his native language, but when he starts to just say gibberish such as zigga zigga, like what? He also makes a point to mention his name in every song, as if we hadn't heard enough of who's on the other end of the mic. Whether it's Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull, Mr. 305, he will surely tell you in some form or fashion. He never fails to do this, and it's just plain annoying. Have you seen him on stage or even in any of the videos he does? The man only wears one type of pants, and that's got to be the tightest pair of pants that you could possibly wear. We thought rappers and hip-hop artists only like loose pants. This apparently doesn't apply to Pitbull. He always has this uncomfortable crotch business going on down there, but we're not going to get too deep into that. Apparently everybody dislikes him so bad that Gentleman's Quarterly ranked him as the 9th worst rapper of all time. Aside from not being seen anywhere without his shades, he has shallow lyrical content, lacks the goods of a pop star, has a boastful attitude, is arrogant, and can't even sing if his life depended on it. Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap, gosh, well, if we could sum him up in one word, it would just be sucks. When he raps, it sounds like a mumbling 3-year-old who would say everything and anything that goes into his mind. The perfect example of a stereotypical rapper, the only contents of his songs are about money he has, how much he wants to get intoxicated, and his yearning to sleep with as many women as possible. His image is nothing but appealing, although he is meant to look cool. Yet, there are still people that thinks he does alright as a rapper. But that's not the majority by any stretch of the imagination. The fact is that his idol is Gucci Mane, another talentless rapper, so that says a lot about him. He's got shallow lyrics and his voice isn't even pleasing to the ears. Although he has various hits such as Trap Queen, Wake Up, and My Way, though that still doesn't have many people impressed by him. He is an overly shadowed, auto-tuned artist who will continue to take advantage of the musically impaired. Young Thug. Why does Young Thug suck? Well, where do we begin? First and foremost, we can't even comprehend what he's saying. For the love of all that is holy, there is no way to decipher the gibberish that's spewing out of his mouth. Listening to him is like the equivalent of going to the movies to see the latest blockbuster with your date, only to find out that the audio is jacked up and everyone on screen sounds like they're Scooby-Doo. Naturally, you'd go to the manager and complain to get a refund. Sadly, you can't do the same thing with Young Thug. That's 5 minutes of your life that you won't be able to take back. Silento. If you've not heard of Silento, well, that's great news, because those of us who have can't unhear him at all. His rapping is just like an arrangement of noises, and a lot of people can't understand why people would like to listen to that. He sounds like a parrot that just so happened to stumble into a recording booth while drunk. His lyrics are repetitive at best, and it's mostly made up of broken English. For the life of us, we couldn't understand why his song Watch Me made it to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song is literally Silento repeating himself over and over, saying things like, do the stanky leg and watch me whip, watch me nay-nay. The song is made up of nonsensical things, and if that's what you like to listen to during your free time, go ahead, knock yourself out. But don't say we didn't warn you. Aside from his, career, he's also been having legal battles left and right. He was also recently arrested for the murder of his cousin, Birdman. This guy made quite a bit of money, even though he has no talent at all and delivers the laziest and most lethargic rhymes in rap history. Most of the time, his voice is annoying too, and the rest of the time, he's offbeat. His songs all have the same generic flow, and his lyrics are overly simplistic. He lacks the charisma which most decent rappers have, and he's never done or said anything that matters much in rap. Another thing that makes him deserving of being in this list is that he says the same thing over and over again. I mean, seriously, have you seen his videos? He has all the annoying gestures of constantly rubbing his hands, and it's like that's the only thing that they were made to do. It's as if they have their own gravitational force that's eternally pulling them toward one another, and we've had enough. Lil Wayne. Rappers discovered by Birdman belong on this list as well, and we're not being biased here, but have you listened to Lil Wayne lately? Signed to Cash Money Records, he made a quarter of the group of hot boys, although we're confused as to what makes them hot. People say that he looks like a gremlin, and he just can't rap for the life of him. He's been using autotune for most of his career, and some would argue on this, but have you seriously listened to him live? He sounds way worse than he does on the record, so that's autotune for you kids. What confuses people, though, is that he makes millions. The rewards these days for being so talentless is a lot of money. Every song that he has released is him rapping about the things which he believes makes him cool. He discusses guns, cars, money, and just how good he is at rapping. He sounds nasally congested, and all of his albums leave a lot to be desired. Although most of the time when he raps, he doesn't make any sense. 2 Chainz. Formerly called Titty Boy, hey, look, don't ask us, we don't know why. 2 Chainz is often regarded as one of the most mediocre rappers of this generation. One of his trademarks in his song is to shout his name so that everybody knows who he is. His songs are rude and offensive, and although Nicki Minaj has a fair share of those, 2 Chainz is a lot worse. He makes Nicki Minaj look like a saint. People listening to him say a lot about what quality of music we have. A lot of people believe that his music isn't even rap, but rather pop. It seems that hip-hop is dead every time 2 Chainz raps, and hip-hop just sinks further and deeper into its grave. 6ix9ine. David Hernandez in real life, or 6ix9ine, makes Fred Durst look like a legend. What most people don't understand is why he's treated like a Grammy winner when he hasn't even won a single award. All that he does is mumble when he raps, he got rainbow dentures, and keeps on screaming the N-word even though he's not black. For most people, he's just a poser who thinks he's cool. There have also been reports that he's actually a pedophile who is disrespectful of other people, mostly women. He's a terrible excuse for a rapper, but that doesn't stop him from getting a lot of views on YouTube. So, do you agree with our list of the talentless rappers today? Let us know if we missed anybody, and leave them in the comment section down below. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.